Okay. Be career and college ready. Work individually and in teams to develop the expertise, confidence, and skills to be successful. Good afternoon and welcome to the 2021 RUSD Career Technical Education Showcase for the Education and Child Development Industry Sector Panel discussion. I am Jennifer Foster and I'm the coordinator of the Education and Human Services Academy at John W. North High School. Today I'm joined by my fellow education teacher, Luis Fuentes from our Education Academy, and some of our Education Academy seniors and one junior. We have Brashay Smith, who is a senior, who's been in the Academy for 3 years. Juanita Jackson, who's also a senior in the Academy for 3 years, Faith Mendoza, a senior from the Academy for 3 years, and Araceli Miranda, a junior who's been with us for 2 years and continuing on next year. Today, our students will share their experiences in CTE and how they have pivoted their career engagement, academics, technical mastery, and professional skills this school year. Mr. Fuentes and I are going to start by asking some questions. So the first question we have for you is, what kind of academic knowledge have you gained this year and your past years in the program, and how has that knowledge connected to the career content that you've learned? Who's going to start us off? Just unmute and start talking if you want to answer.
Okay, I'll start.
Thank you, Brashay.
Well, being in the Education Academy has not just taught me about, children and like babies, but it taught me like more how to be more social with people. And how do I put this? I just feel like I gained so much from being here, from like being in the academy, and okay.
I know you're it's okay, you guys. What about like career content? Like the career exploration that we've done throughout the years.
Like,
for free,
how will it help me in the career?
Yes, and for your future career.
Well, I know it's good on a lot of like college applications, and I know that if I ever get like a resume, that it can really help me with that, like talking about all the stuff that I did over those 3 years. So, yes.
Sally, what about what you were talking about earlier with the career exploration?
Oh, with like the portfolios we're working on, with the resume, the recommendation letter, and I think it was the intro letter, and how we did like a binder.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuentes?
Okay, ladies. So I have another question for you. Explain some of the hands-on technical mastery and know-how you have engaged with in the CTE program. And any one of you can answer this question.
So for this question, is it like things we did throughout the year that was like hands-on?
Yeah, like the internship, the baby project, stuff like that.
Job shadow.
Yeah, so we did multiple things throughout the year. We did like the internship where we had to sit in groups and see how the teaching life is to adapt to that. Give me no school doc. And we had for the baby project we had to see what it was like for parents and young teens to grow up and have a child.
Anybody else want to add anything to your hands-on experience with the academy, working with kids?
Okay, I'll add something. Well, over what I did, like sophomore year to junior year, sophomore year we had babies. So, taking the babies was actually like a very different experience for me. I never did something like that. So it was fun to me. It was stressful, but it was actually overall really fun. And I actually learned a lot from that. And internship, going to like different elementary schools and interacting with kids was also another one that I really enjoyed. So, yes.
Anybody else want to add anything before we go to the next question? Faith?
For the internships, taught me like how to be a teacher and to prepare myself. It gave me better social skills.
Great, perfect. Okay, our next question. What are some non-tangible, so professional skills that you have developed alongside the technical and academic content? So what are some of the professional skills that you guys feel that you've developed?
To prepare more for like lessons and projects. During our internships, we had to make sure we had the right equipment, it's right for their age, and would be have everything on time. Yeah.
Great. Anybody else?
I feel like the right way to interact with the kids, because it's different interacting with your friends and then interacting with like a child. So it taught me more how to like interact with little kids and like what you should and shouldn't do and say. And yeah.
Anybody else want to add anything? Sally?
With like the baby project, because you know how we don't have like the internship like juniors are supposed to. Well,
Normal one, yeah.
yeah. So, well, the baby project, it taught like us responsibility and like what it takes to actually take care of a kid. And then like we also learned like before we got the baby, like the process leading up to it and everything like that. So more knowledge on the
I
subject.
think that's Araceli and the rest of the Ed Academy sophomores that experienced the real care simulators really took away a lot of things from that project. But responsibility, Araceli, is what you mentioned, is a very important skill to have moving forward when you move on to your career. So I'm glad you took that away from that experience. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And unfortunately, our internship is virtual this year, so it's not the same as like the hands-on next to the kids working with them as it's been the past few years. So hopefully next year we can get back to that.
So I have another question here. Uh, what are most what are the most important skills you have to offer potential employers when they are looking to hire someone like you? And who can answer that question?
I wrote down a couple. I wrote down communication because you need to be able to socialize with other people. I also wrote down leadership because they want to see how you react with other people and how you can be a leader. And then I wrote down time management because you need to make time for everything.
That's great, Juanita. So those soft skills that we've been working on, especially reviewing this senior year, um, we were talking about one in particular recently, right, Brichet? Which soft skill in the virtual job shadow did we work on recently?
Was it planning?
Planning, organizing, flexibility.
Yeah. With me, I feel like the most important, well, one of them is planning, because I notice when you don't plan, your schedule or your day will just be all mixed up and you don't really know what's going on. So I feel like planning is a really big one that you should take consideration of. Yes.
Absolutely.
Does anybody else have anything else to add before we go to the next question? We're good? Okay, so how has your experience in the Education Academy changed the way that you think about the variety of career possibilities? So like future career, how has it changed the way you think about your future career and what that might be?
So my career that I'm thinking about pursuing is psychology. Like I want to go to college for psychology. So this program like helped me see how kids think and what to expect when handling kids. So
Anybody else? Faith? She's too nervous.
And then some kiddos, they don't necessarily feel like they want to go into a teaching or education per se, but they understand that caring for others and the responsibility of showing empathy and those type of careers are very rewarding. So they still want to work with kids or with adolescents or adults to a certain extent. And so so you may, Juanita, I'm glad you took psychology as an interesting topic in our capstone course. So I'm hoping that you check back with us when you get your master's or your degree or something like that.
And we've had a lot of students that come back after graduation, after they're in their career, telling us how much the academy, especially the internship and working with kids, has affected like their career, even if they didn't go into education. Because some of them are just like how to interact with people, even if you don't get along with their personality, you still have to do it. And working with the internship and with the kids of all kinds of personalities where they can't react like they would at school with their peers has made it really beneficial for them going into that career too afterwards. So a lot of the effects you'll still see after you graduate, but you won't even realize it right now because you're just in it. But then afterwards, you're going to be like, oh, that makes sense. I remember that now. Okay, our next question for you guys.
I think I got that one, and that question is, how has the CT program prepared you to stand apart from your peers? In other words, has it helped you become um, a leader within your group in the academy, more outspoken? What are some things that you feel has helped you uh, or
Stand out.
stand out?
That it would be okay to make mistakes because it shows that you're willing to try again.
It's a great one, Juanita. Good
Mm,
point.
very good. What else?
When you mean like stand out from others, like
Mm,
the people around you,
like
like
your friends that aren't in any academy.
oh, okay. I feel like the experience I had, they never like none of my friends, well, not none of my friends, but
Your
my other
non-academy friends.
yeah, my non-academy friends, they never like got the chance to do what I did in the academy and like go to elementary schools and like do the baby simulator thing, you know? So I feel like just that alone helped me stand out because I learned so much from doing those things and also other things that I've learned that they never experienced. So, yeah.
Just a follow-up question. Have any of you experienced an increase in like your friendship, your relationship within the academy? Is that you feel like without the school, within the school program, you think you would have had that same friendship with some of your peers within the academy?
No, I feel like it actually did help grow relationships because I didn't really know a lot of people in the academy except like one person, but it actually helped me talk to more people and socialize. So, yeah.
I
And
agree with her.
follow up too, what about with your teachers too? Do you feel like you have different relationships with your academy teachers than you do with your non-academy teachers?
Yeah, I'm more comfortable with my academy teachers than like other teachers that I know. So, yeah.
Shelly, what were you going to say? I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh, I said that like I agree with her on everything she's saying because I haven't been talking, so I'm just like I agree. She's saying everything I'm thinking.
Perfect. Okay, the next question. I want each of you to answer this. So, what was your most memorable moment so far or experience that you've had in the academies? So, Sally, for you, it's going to be so far because you still have another year. But for my 3 graduates, what has been your like most memorable moment or experience? For Shay, let's start with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it first because I would say internship for sure.
The internship with the students. Okay. Juanita?
I would say the baby project, even though it was stressful at times, I did actually enjoy it, and it was pretty fun.
Okay. Faith?
Oh, I said the babies and the internship.
Okay, both of them.
Yeah.
And then Araceli?
You know, like when we did like the balloon thing to fake
Oh, yeah.
the ball, it was funny watching everyone's reaction to it. That was
So
like,
what she's talking about is we simulated birth using a balloon and a ping pong ball. So that's always memorable for the kids. And our last question.
Our last question. What are your plans for after high school, ladies?
Let's start with you, Shay.
Okay. Well, of course, I plan to go to college, and I want to study about like the skin because I've just always been interested in that topic. So, like dermatology, and if I get a job further on in that, that would be good. That's my plan. That's like my goal after high school.
Okay, perfect. Juanita? Psychology.
So I'm not going into college straight away. I'm pursuing, like, I'm going into the military, so I'm gonna do that, and then once I have the time, I'm gonna go to college.
Faith?
I'm gonna study at RCC. I'm thinking of doing business or cosmetology.
And then Araceli, I know you still have a year before graduation, but
yeah. I'm planning to go into a university, and I want to study. I want to be a nurse. So.
perfect. Thank you. Well, this concludes. Thank you for answering all the questions, girls, by the way. Thank you so much. This concludes the 2021 RUSD CTE Showcase Industry Sector Panel discussion. I want to thank the student panel and my colleagues for their valuable input today. And I would also like to thank our industry partners watching this video for supporting the RUSD CTE students. RUSD Career Technical Education, where students are career ready, period.